We are back. This is Mrs. Harbor again with a second demonstration on how to make art papers. I have a second technique with some different tools I'm going to share with you. If you do not have the tools that I am showing today, that is okay. You can go back to one of the tools that you've already explored a bit and try something new. Or you could actually see if you can combine some different tools of your own that you think might be interesting. Either way, I'd like you to at least build one more art paper with us. We're talking about art papers and how artists can make their work and their artwork unique by making their own papers to use in their artwork later. And today we're going to do one that is with watercolor. Again, if you don't have watercolor, that's okay. You can just watch and try this another time when you do have watercolor. I also am going to use oil pastels, but crayons would work just as well. So if you have crayons, you can choose to use crayons as well instead. I'm going to pick, this time, I'm going to pick colors that are opposite on the color wheel, so complementary colors. So in this case, I'm going to use oranges that are on this side, and if I look over on the opposite side, I'm going to see some blues or maybe a little bit of blue violet or teal. So I'm going to stick kind of in this range for my color choices today. So a couple different shades of blue and some oranges. So here you'll notice as I get started, I'm going to use a shape that is curved, and I'm going to repeat that shape several times over and over so that I create rhythm. Once I'm finished laying down the shapes with my oil pastel, I want to grab my brush, keeping the bristles all together. I'll take the watercolor, carefully grab some water, and then remember we get a small little pond of color going, and that can go right over the oil pastel to create a resist. A resist is when the oil and the wax in the crayon and the oil pastel doesn't let the paint settle on top of it. So it still pops through with the color and the paint only lays down on the white paper. You can add details and add more depth of color if you'd like.